Okay, we got a question from Red Wolf Racing. Red Wolf Racing. Derek. Okay, I have a good question. I have a Yamaha YZ250F and a Stark Varg. Shout out, Derek. Good bike choices. I'm more confident on the Stark and I'm progressing fast on it, but my progress is slowly transferring over to the Yamaha. Is it a bad thing if I only want to ride the Stark because it's making me progress faster? Should I focus more on the Yamaha to bring me up to speed? Derek, great question. That's why the Stark is such a valuable supplement to riding a gas bike, whether you're riding 2-stroke or 4-stroke, is because it will simplify and get rid of all those variables, the clutch, the shifting, the rear foot brake potentially, trying to find power band if you're riding on a 2-stroke, all of the factors of riding gas bikes, which are necessary to learn at some point and to really hone the skills at some point. But to focus on technique, stripping it down and riding the Stark, there's no better technique tool than riding that bike. But don't fall into the trap of only wanting to ride it because it's easier. Go back and forth. Get onto your Yamaha. Get onto your Yamaha and do the same exact drills. Be patient with the fact that it's going to take you longer to level up on that bike, but it won't make you worse. When you go from the Stark to the Yamaha, what will be nice is any of the technique things you need to practice. So let's say it's footwork. You're going to get so much better while practicing on the Stark with footwork that when you get back onto the Yamaha, you'll have to think less about footwork. So therefore you can focus more on gear selection, clutch control, and all of the other things that you have to add in on the Yamaha. So constantly go back and forth. It's the same advice I'd give somebody that is making a transfer, like maybe riding the 65 and 85, going back and forth. Eventually, you're going to reach a point where you don't want to ride the 65 anymore because the 85 is so much easier. 85 to Super Mini to 125, 125 to 250F. People always go through these when they're riding and they have both of those bikes going back and forth. They get to a point where they think one is easier, or they feel that one is easier, so they always want to ride it. Just don't fall into that trap. I think it's great to go back and forth. That's what I use mine for. And I find that mine helps with exactly what you're saying. So cool. Happy to hear that. That was very cool. If you guys enjoyed this podcast clip and you want to listen to full episodes, you can do so on Spotify and Apple Music. If you want to send in your own video submission, you can join us in the Moto Academy family inside of the Moto Academy app by just going to themotoacademy.com. That's also where you can sign up for a class. Okay, guys, see you next episode.